Hello everyone and welcome to our site navigation. This is a very brief video of less than 5 minutes that is going to guide you on how you're going to make use of the different functions on the student account. If it is your first time here, I welcome you, and of course I want you to begin by maximizing this contents page. You have just landed at the contents page, so come here on this button and click on these two arrows. When you click on them, your contents page is going to enter into the full screen mode. So when you reach this stage, it means that you can access most of the resources, most of the notes and lecture videos. So I'll begin by talking about the arrangement of our contents page. The contents page is arranged in such a way that you get the course overview, including the aim and learning outcomes, the site navigation, which is what you're looking at right now, the detailed syllabus, the units as per the approved syllabus, and then under each unit, for example, if I take a look at unit number 3 here, if you click on it, you see that we are giving you the lecture notes and resources. This is where you're going to download the notes. Okay, and in most cases the notes come with the slides, and then other resources are also going to be provided in this same window. Then you will see that each unit has lectures. We have lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4, and practice questions. Now all these lectures are the videos or sessions that are discussing in detail that particular unit. So lecture 1, for instance, is on the scope of employment, and of course employment is unit number 3 under taxation. I'm using taxation, but you could be viewing this under a different course. The arrangement still remains the same. So for you to be able to get these notes, of course you come and click on the downward pointing arrow. When you click on it, you'll be taken to another page where you'll be able to download the copy of these notes. Then for you to be able to move to the lectures or the next step, you click on this button right here. Please always click on this button whenever you finish a task or whenever you finish a step. Click on that button. For example, when I click on this button, it takes me to lecture number 1, which discusses the scope of employment income. So here you are able to play the lecture session, which is in form of a video. So as it plays, you can put it into full screen again, okay, so that you can view the entire screen and have a good feel of the discussion. So you'll be able to use these functions here, and then after you're done with this lecture, again you click on the next step so that you're taken to the next lecture video. So you keep on doing that, clicking on complete, next step, complete, next step, and of course that is going to help us in monitoring your performance. If you don't do that, then your performance bar here is not going to progress. So kindly always, whenever you run a lecture video and you're done with it, just click on that next step, complete, and then we shall be able to see how you're progressing. What I need to mention is that in most of our lecture sessions we use presentation slides. So please I need to mention at this point that you'll be able to download the presentation slides for each lecture. For example, the presentation slides for lecture 1, you'll be able to download them just below the lecture video, as you can see on your screens right now. So for instance, our lecture 1, composition of business income, the lecture slides will be downloaded and located just below the lecture video. So just click on the downward pointing arrow to download. Similarly, if you go to, for example, if you go to lecture number 2 here, exempt business income, you'll be able to see that the presentation slides are just below the lecture video. So don't look for the lecture slides anywhere else, but just scroll a bit down to get yourself a copy of the presentation slides. So I'm clear now when it comes to the notes. Then the syllabus, you'll be able to download under the course overview, which is the very first unit here. Course overview, the detailed syllabus. So the syllabus for each of the courses you'll be taking will be located under the course overview. Now finally, I want to talk about the examinations and the quizzes. So for the exams, I would like to talk about the examinations. You'll be able to find mock exams between units, and these cover the units that are preceding the mock examination. For example, in this case, mock examination 1 covers units 1 up to number 7. So for you to take the examination, you just come and click on it, or you simply click on next step. For example, if you're done with unit 7 and you need to go to the mock, okay, you need to go to the mock, you simply click on continue. After this has completed, you click on continue, and then you straight away be taken to the mock examination. So make sure you read the instructions very well, and then click on continue. If it is a multiple choice examination, of course you read the instructions, input your email address. Okay, you'll be required to input your email address along the answer sheet, and then proceed by selecting the right answer to the question. And then just below you see there is a submit button attached to that exam, so you submit. After submitting, most of our exams are instant. You'll be able to have a look at your marks, and if that is okay, you then move to the next step to take the questions in the next section of the examination. Now if it is an essay type question like this one here, in most cases we shall provide you with the answer sheet and the email where you're going to submit that completed answer sheet. If you want to get a copy of that question, still it is available in PDF. You can always download that question and be able to do it offline. Finally, as I close this site navigation session, I want to talk about the quizzes. I want you to also take note that each unit you complete comes with a quiz. And how does the quiz show up? For instance, if I'm done with lecture number 1 and I click next step, I'll be taken to the quiz instantly. The system will not allow you to proceed unless you provide answers to the 5 questions or 10 questions in the quiz. Now we have done this to ensure that your learning is as interactive as possible, to ensure that you understand each and every step that you complete on the platform. So when the quiz comes up, please just know that it is part of your requirement to answer the questions basing on the discussion in that lecture. So as you can see right now, this is a quiz for lecture number 2, classification of law. This is under business law. I've now gone into business law. For example, those who are taking business law, you see some of the questions and the alternative answers. So you select the answer according to the discussion, according to what you have learned, and then proceed to the next question like that. When you're done with this, you simply submit by clicking on the send button. When you click on send, we shall be able to receive that quiz and your score at our end, and that will mean you are progressing very well. And whatever you do, your performance will be registered, and you can see that on the progression bar right here below the course name. So I think I've addressed everything. I wish you all the best, and whenever you complete taking the course, taking the lectures, whenever you complete taking the lectures, don't forget to minimize, to go back into this mode, and then log out. Of course, you can log out by going back to your student account by clicking on this button on the menu, and it will definitely take you back to your student account, where you will be able to either take on another course if you have more than one course, or simply come and log out. So when you're done with everything, I advise that you come back to the site menu here, click on the drop down arrow to display your menu, and then finally you log out of the system. So you can always access your student account from our website by clicking on the login button. Okay, when you click on the login button, you will be having access to your notes, access to your lecture videos, access to your tests, to your exams, and everything you need for you to pass very well that course. So always come here, click on the student login button, and then input your email and password. I wish you all the best. See you in unit number 1 of this course.